Has anybody ever made you feel like you're less? You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not gonna make it. I know a young girl and her stepfather, the words and actions that he showed to her and said to her, "You're dumb. You're stupid. You're ugly. You're never gonna be anything. Heck, nobody's even ever gonna love you. People might have even called you crazy." My name is Judy Amber, and that young girl was me. You see, words can tear down. Actions, the way someone treats you, can tear down. There's even been people, sadly, that have gone to the point of suicide. And you see, I'm going to share a little story here with you today that nobody even knew until this moment right now. 6th grade. It was a rainy day. My mom told me I had to wear my rubber boots to school. Now, we didn't wear those then. It might be more normal now, but back then you didn't wear those. And I knew it would draw attention. And attention wasn't something that I wanted, remember? I kept hearing that small, still voice. "You're dumb, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're never gonna be anything, they're all gonna laugh at you." When I got to school that day, the very thing I feared is the very thing that happened. The kids laughed. They made fire engine sounds, joking. I could have laughed right back with them and it would have been end of story. But I interpreted it totally different. And I learned at a young age, don't wear anything bright. Don't wear anything different. They're all gonna laugh at you. I graduated from high school trying to figure out what was I gonna do. So I did the only thing I knew how to do, and I went into the military. At least I'd have a roof over my head. When I went in there, I was in for a very rude awakening. Anybody here military, prior military, you know what I'm talking about. There was this obstacle course that we had to do. You had to step out on this rope. And as you were stepping out on that rope, you had to grab it with your other hand and you had to walk across. It sounds super easy, right? Yeah, well, I fall a little short of making the length to reach that rope, so I was afraid I was going to fall. I stepped back. "Drill Sergeant, I can't do this. I'm going to fall." "Private, get on that rope." I tried again. I went up there. I'm like, "I got to go." He's yelling at me. He looked at me and he said, "Private, if you don't get on that rope, I'm going to get Drill Sergeant Davison." Y'all gotta know who this woman was, because I had the fear of God with this woman. He said her name. I was on that rope and going to the other side, and I looked up and said, "What happened?" I looked and I said, "Hold up. I just did what I thought was impossible, even though I couldn't reach." So I started to build a little confidence. You have all kinds of obstacles that you have to face in life. It happens when you start a new job. It happens in a relationship. It happens in a marriage. And Lord forbid, when my marriage ended, oh, here came that small, still voice again. Some things just aren't meant to be. I wasn't with the right person. Lo and behold, I lost my daughter 2 years after that, after I got divorced. How do you come back from that? But I still had a reason, still had a purpose that was bigger than me, and I couldn't make excuses as to why I couldn't, shouldn't, or won't do what God intended for me to do. He has that same message for everybody here today too. You have to eliminate your excuses. I have actually 7 key strategies that I use to eliminate my excuses. I want to share 3 of those with you today. 1, I define myself, nobody else. You'll hear all that chatter. Somebody may say something, laugh at you, say, "So what?" Let them, because you know you. You know you're better than that, you're pretty enough, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and you will succeed when you are determined and committed to doing so. The second strategy that I use to eliminate my excuses, I'm not a failure. I'm not that person that my stepfather said. I fail, but failing is just learning, and we fail forward. So I'm actually grateful for every time that I failed, because it was just a step up that ladder to success. The third strategy that I use to eliminate my excuses, change your mindset, change your life. Whenever I start thinking that again, that I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm too old,
all these excuses. You think of reasons why, again, you can't, won't, shouldn't do something. They're not reasons, they're excuses. You can find me on all social media, or you can go to my website, eliminateexcuses.com. Again, my name is Judy Amber. I am the founder and CEO of Eliminate Excuses LLC, and I can help you eliminate your excuses.